Do you know that Boruto is capable of unlocking a whole new transformation with the help of Momoshiki's abilities? There are some of the powers of this Otsutsuki that are not even used by him. However, if these powers are used by Boruto, then they can take his strength to a whole new level, so without wasting any time, let's find out all about it. Boruto Uzumaki's advancement as a ninja in the Boruto series has been nothing short of outstanding to watch. Boruto began off as a brat who didn't care about the ninja way of life, but he's grown up a lot since then. Following his defeat of Momoshiki, he earned the power of karma, which has gradually been drained from him. Boruto steadily grew stronger as he learned more about the power. In previous chapters, we saw a tremendous and abrupt transformation in Boruto, and he ended up gaining a massive power boost because of Momoshiki again. However, in the upcoming chapters, we will also witness some more powers of Momoshiki being used by Boruto, which are even stronger than the one he is having already. The fact that Boruto is now being termed as a pure Otsutsuki makes him able to manifest the powers of Momoshiki. It would also be a great thing for him to travel between the dimensions. With these powers, Boruto will also be able to absorb the jutsus and increase their intensity. Just like Momoshiki absorbed Kinshiki by turning him into a chakra fruit, the same can be said for Boruto. However, Kinshiki willingly gave himself to Momoshiki in order to absorb him. Momoshiki cannot absorb any living Otsutsuki, so how can Boruto use this technique? Well, we know that Shibai Otsutsuki and his remains are concealed by Amado. If Boruto somehow gets his hand on the remains of Shibai and becomes able to use this technique just like Momoshiki, and then he could easily absorb Shibai's powers just like Momoshiki absorbed Kinshiki to evolve himself. By absorbing an Otsutsuki's mortal remains would automatically grant Boruto the powers of clairvoyance, omnipotence, along with reality manipulation. He won't even face any drawbacks while using these powers like others. In this way, Boruto will become one of the strongest warriors of the series. With the amount of Momoshiki's powers being possessed by Boruto, we believe that in the time skip or after it, Boruto would have absorbed the remains of Shibai, which also explains why there is a Jogan in his right eye. This could also hint at Boruto gaining the memories of Shibai Otsutsuki, and the reason for the manifestation of the Jogan can be understood by the eyes possessed by Ada and Damon. They both have half-moon or crescent-shaped eyes, which means that both of them have possessed only half of the abilities of Shibai, while the full moon eye Jogan can be taken as a reference for its full powers being manifested by Boruto. There are several other powers as well that will be used by Boruto by absorbing the remains of Shibai Otsutsuki. Now, let's talk about other abilities that can be utilized by Boruto using Momoshiki's powers. The very first would be the Karma Seal. In Boruto, the Karma Seal functions as a compressed backup file that the Otsutsuki clan utilizes to defeat death and become immortal. When an Otsutsuki is about to die and wants to be reincarnated, they compress themselves into the Karma Seal and place it on the body of a chosen vessel. The mark then begins slowly extracting information from the karma into the vessel's body. Once the extraction is finished, the vessel's body is overridden with Otsutsuki data, causing the latter to escape death and be reborn. With the Karma Seal, Boruto has access to so many powers including chakra absorption, capability of flying, chakra stealing, having space-time ninjutsu, and having the level of strength of an Otsutsuki. Simply put, anyone who possesses the karma gains the ability to easily destroy planets, if they are strong enough to contain the powerful chakra of the Otsutsuki. Boruto grew strong enough to overcome Boro, who is a Kara inner, with just a few hits after giving up control of his body to Momoshiki, demonstrating his tremendous potential in the process. So, can we assume from this that Boruto will be able to control Momoshiki? As for now, it is uncertain whether Boruto has complete authority over Momoshiki. While he thinks that something has changed within him, scientists are apprehensive about Momoshiki's impending threat. On the contrary, the series contains multiple signs that Boruto, like Kawaki, will be able to employ karma at his own convenience. Boruto, unlike Kawaki, did not acquire complete training that would allow him to control Momoshiki. Boruto, on the other hand, has been able to keep Momoshiki and his karma at bay thanks to Amado's experimental medicine. However, its adverse effects are detrimental to Boruto's health. As a result, if Boruto takes the exceedingly deadly drug, he can only control Momoshiki for a limited time. It is also believed that Boruto will employ Jogan to control Momoshiki. Given Jogan's ties to the Otsutsuki dynasty, it's an acceptable notion. But there are still many unknowns concerning this talent. Some believe Jogan is the pinnacle of pure chakra from the combined powers of Hagoromo and Hamura. However, Boruto, like Kawaki and Jigen, has the ability to activate his karma at any time. Not only this, but as we discussed in the beginning of the video, that using Momoshiki's chakra absorption power, there is a great chance that Boruto will be able to get Shibai Otsutsuki's powers too. Now, what are his powers and abilities being an Otsutsuki? Let's take a look at them as well. Shibai Otsutsuki was without a doubt the strongest character in the Naruto universe. He existed as one who stood atop all the Otsutsukis, and the difference in strength between him and the other Otsutsukis was also great. In reality, characters like Ishiki Otsutsuki aspired to be like Shibai, consuming innumerable chakra fruits to advance to the next level. Shibai's vast strength would have made beings like Kaguya Otsutsuki or even the Sage of Six Paths ineffective. Shibai, according to Amado, possessed the ability to employ chakra without the use of hand seals, and while this isn't unusual, Shibai was in a league of his own. His methods were so powerful that he could not be classed as ninjutsu or senjutsu. Instead, they were classified as shinjutsu or godly techniques, which was appropriate for a god of his size. He could produce a storm big enough to destroy all lands with a wave of his hand, and with a roar of his voice, he could conjure enormous thunderstorm and call lightning. Shibai was simply far too powerful and no one could equal him in terms of strength. So what is the future of Shibai? As mentioned by Amado, Shibai is no longer with them. He rose to the god realm, but Amado believes he still resides outside of his mortal body. This was confirmed by Momoshiki Otsutsuki, who is in the body of Boruto Uzumaki. Momoshiki revealed that Shibai really exists and that he was the most powerful of them all. He also validated Shibai's elevation to a separate dimension, which is exactly what Amado had predicted. His mortal body was used to bestow Shinjutsu powers on people like Code, who got the claw marks, Ada, who got the Senrigan and Omnipotence, and even Daemon, who got his ability to reflect adverse effects. Shibai could return to the plot in the future because he is far from dead. Shibai will undoubtedly become more important to the tale in the future given Kishimoto's brave decision to introduce someone as powerful as him. So we can say that there is a good chance of Shibai returning to the series in the future, and even if we don't see him, we will definitely see a complete show of his powers in terms of Boruto Uzumaki, who is all set to have gained his powers in the future. Not only this, but Boruto will also be much more competent in Kenjutsu. And under Sasuke's training, he will have evolved to the point where he can fight the story's toughest characters. Boruto may have also discovered more about his Jogan Eye. Sasuke is a dojutsu master, and if Boruto had spoken to him, it goes without saying that Sasuke would have assisted him in mastering this eye as well. So we can conclude that we are surely going to be seeing a huge evolution of powers and abilities for Boruto. This will make him one of the strongest characters of the series that is not going to get defeated easily. And that's all. Let us know what you think of it in the comments below. If you found the video interesting, then hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the notification bell to always stay updated about what's happening in the Boruto world. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.